Hi, and welcome back to anybody from last term. Hi to any new people on the Early Start course, and Happy New Year to everybody. Let's hope this one is going to be much more positive. So, jump straight in. This week's topic theme is mark making. So, mark making simply refers to the creation of patterns, lines, textures, shapes, basically any mark that we leave on the world. And these new experiences for young children are so engaging for them. We're going to be practicing mark making activities because toddlers just get so much. They're developing all their different senses in one activity quite often. So, for instance, making slime, it's textures with the hands, it's sight, it's maybe sound because it can squelch, smell, there might be a smell associated with the slime. I'm not suggesting you dive in and make slime, but you might already have some from an older child. But just any kind of experience like that, that's physical activity, is generally developing every single sense. So mark making is the precursor to writing later on for children. But at this stage, it's just a really good physical activity. It helps to develop their imagination and their creative skills, and it's developing their fine motor skills. It's developing so many different areas of learning, and it's a really fun thing to do. So initially, children take pleasure from physical mark making in different things, different ways, and as they develop, they begin to realise that they're in control of what's happening, and that really spurs on their creativity and drives them forward to want to do more and more and more and have lots of different experiences, and to make them adventurous so that they're really keen to try new experiences and they're not worried about making mistakes, getting it wrong. Sometimes they might want to follow your lead. Generally, we want to try and facilitate them taking their own learning forward and not copying us, let them see what they can do. Quite often they'll come up with things that we'd never thought of. So mark making is much more than just scribbling on paper and card with different implements. It is, as I said earlier, just leaving your mark on the world in some way. So some really simple examples might be breathing onto a cold window pane and seeing the mist appear on the glass, and then you could make marks in that with your finger. The steam on the bathroom mirror at bath time. Again, use your finger to make marks in it. Maybe even use your nose to make a mark in the steam. Scratches in the mud outside with sticks, stones, anything that might be around that's safe to use. Footsteps in the snow. We've had a little bit of snow recently, we might get more. Brilliant opportunity for children in this part of the world. We're lucky that we have these experiences that the children can have. My niece and nephew live in Australia, they're not going to see snow there. But here we do get plenty of opportunity, and it's a great way for making marks with your feet. Snow angels, there's so many different opportunities. So if we get more snow, do get outside and experience it with the kids, they'll love it. Frost on the car window, if you have a car. Mark making in that with your finger. Experiencing the warmth from your hand, possibly your gloved hand, at melting the frost. One to go carefully with, because frost can be a bit burning to the skin, especially their soft skin. And I'm sure you'll come up with loads of different ways to make marks, as well as it developing later into writing and the written word. Mark making develops into mathematical representation, expressing yourself creatively. The opportunities are endless. And mark making in any form really needs to be valued, encouraged and discussed. So remembering that whatever they're doing and experiencing, we can help them to learn and understand what's happening by verbalising everything that's happening. And obviously, please do find any opportunity to bring in the look, say, sing, play strategy. So making up songs about what you're doing, think of a familiar tune, whatever pops into your head first, and make up the words as you go along for whatever it is that you're doing. Just makes it really fun, and kids love singing, love hearing you sing. So yeah, just picking a familiar tune from a song that they know, like if you're happy and you know it, the words could be changed to correspond with whatever the mark making activity is that you've chosen to do. So this week's activities to try out before we have our Zoom next week is to find as many different opportunities for mark making. Again, verbalise them with the children, talk about what's happening, and revisit them really regularly. So it doesn't need to be a lengthy activity. It could just be a quick burst of 2 or 3 minutes, and then that might be the only amount of concentration they've got. Go back to it another time, and things will start to develop. They'll come up with things that you maybe hadn't even thought of. And revisiting little activities like that really helps to embed the learning in their brains and encourages further development. So find as many things as you can between now and the Zoom. Please do take photographs of the end results or the activity as it goes along. The child doesn't have to be in it, you don't have to be in it, just what's happening wherever it is that you're doing it, so that you could share them with us in the Zoom. And yeah, have fun. I look forward to seeing what you came up with when we meet next week. Take care, everybody.